Good Friday morning to all. Although I'm talking to myself because I just started this live and there's nobody in here yet. Um, I just wanted to check in with everybody about how they're doing with the state of everything. With I'm not going to call it deportation because it's not. It's kidnapping and human trafficking. How everyone's feeling about that and about the news that Israel attacked Iran last night and intends to keep attacking them. So a new war started last night in the Middle East. Um, that's pretty upsetting. We are a whole lot closer to the pieces of World War III falling in place now. And things in the United States are deteriorating so rapidly that it's psychotic. You know, I look back on the things I was worried about in March that seemed massive, and here we are 3 months later, and it seems like penny change. Things have gotten that much worse in such a little time. Um, for me, the moment that sent me over the edge politically here is witnessing an ICE raid 1 week ago at 7 in the morning. And not a highly publicized one. No one else stopped their cars but me. No one came out of their houses but me. Um, and I feel like my heart's been going a million miles a minute since. I don't know if I've ever felt so helpless. You know, I have a kid, so I can't be disappeared by the federal government. So there's only so much I could do. And I mean, even if I had gone up and punched the officers or something, it's certainly not going to free the men they were kidnapping, who weren't gangsters of any fucking sort, unless neon green construction worker clothes are now a gang color. You know, they were literally on their way to work. That was clear. I don't know. That was very clear. Neon construction worker clothes. Oh, what a threat to society. They were going to go to work. So there's that joking question going around, what radicalized you? Well, if I thought I was radical before, which I did, after seeing what I saw last Friday, I'm beyond. I'm somewhat at a loss for words. I've never been in a situation where I was surrounded by people that were clearly federal agents but weren't identified and were kidnapping people off the street who were on their way to work. What do you do with that? You know, I don't know. I just know I literally feel like my heart's been racing for a week. I've never felt so fucking helpless. Like, for example, when I was 15, I got arrested for disorderly conduct for swearing. It's a long story, but for swearing at a Minneapolis police officer, right? Um, Running up to them and swearing at them. And had I done that on Friday, it's a whole different story. Because, for example, if your local police arrest you, you basically know what's going to happen. They're going to arrest you, they're going to take you to the local jail, and you're going to be charged with a crime. And then you're going to go in front of a judge, right? That's the process. But if a bunch of plainclothes feds with masks on throw you in an unmarked car in 2025, do you know if you'll ever be seen again? That process is not the same. So it's actually very intimidating. Very, very intimidating. And I don't think I'll ever be the same. I don't think the guilt will ever leave me for not being able to do anything. And I don't think the horror will ever leave me for no one else coming out to stand with me and say this is wrong. No one stopping their cars, no one coming out of their houses. There was a, fairly well publicized immigration raid in Minneapolis last week as well, but this was not that. This was just a residential street at 7 in the morning. People going to work. I don't know if most people understand this, but most immigrants, whether they're here legally or not, do pay taxes. They pay into the system. Unlike billionaires, Where are we right now? That's what I would like to know. As a society, where are we headed? Because this is not America, which is a thing that I yelled at the feds before I got back in my car and drove away to try to not get arrested. This is not America. This is not. No. When teachers are having to take down signs that say all are welcome here, when people are being kidnapped off the street, I mean, I could go on and on, but it's so overwhelming that it's hard to fathom. This is, little guy in the chat says, so leave then. This is my country, bitch. I'm not going anywhere. No. No. If you got a problem with it and you want to live in a dictatorship, you leave. You leave. This is America. This is a democracy. This land is my land. I was born here. I will die here. I will fight to the death here. You can tell me to leave all you want. Nope. This is America. We are a country of immigrants. The only people who are not descended from immigrants are Native Americans. Oh, hon, you're splitting hairs. What I meant when I said this is not America is that the way people are behaving is entirely un-American. All the laws seem to have gone out the window. Thank you, Harshit Kumar. It's such an easy go-to for people to like, well, if you don't like it, then just leave. Bitch, I was born here. I'm not going to let them destroy my country. I'm not going to let this madman in power become a king. Are you insane? Why would I do that? Why would I abandon the country I was born in and love because it's being taken over by fascists? Why would I just say, well, fuck it, I better just move? Some of us intend to stay and fight. I'm not going fucking anywhere. Nope.